What's up, boys and girls? Welcome to the BFFs YouTube channel. Make sure you guys tap the bell, subscribe, like the video, and comment down below.
All right, BFFs, another episode. Kind of a big headline in the scheme of our world. Josh, you can say as little or as much as you want, but Nessa and Jaden broke up. And I saw a lot of people, first of all, repurposing, like when we were in Miami together, being like, emergency press conference, that was old. That wasn't to this. And for people expecting scorched earth or anything like that, I'm not going to do it. It's like we kind of already said our piece on this stuff. But I will ask you, Josh, because it's confirmed they broke up. They both posted it. And on a scale of 1 to 10, like a win, like just a little like one for the good guy. Like what number were you on that scale?
I mean, you know, I'm not preying on people's downfalls out here. Like, I don't just want everyone to be like unhappy. It's not gonna like make me happy or nothing. But you know, lose them how you get them, kind of thing. Yes, and that's what it says. Lose them how you get them. I don't even know what that necessarily means. So if we go into it, so I think Nessa posted. And I think Jane did too. Like, we want privacy. We broke up a month ago. Apparently, there was trouble in paradise after Nessa and Jaden seemingly split after he commented on a girl's Instagram selfie saying the picture after my concert is my favorite. They have to be broken up at that point because nobody would be that dumb to publicly do that.
No. People thought that was the reason. And then they were like, no, we've been broken up for a month.
He's the dumbest cat that ever lived, if that's the reason, like you to publicly do that.
Yeah.
Nessa and Jaden apparently unfollowed each other following Jaden comments, although Jason posted saying he never unfollowed Nessa. Nessa still does not follow Jaden back. To me, that means it's not like we're concentrating on music, which they said something happened, because why would you unfollow unless you're mad at somebody, right? And if Nessa's unfollowing him, that makes me think, putting my Inspector Gadget hat on, that Jaden did something.
Rockstar lifestyle.
I live by, like Josh said, you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right?
Yep.
Well,
How
then
long were they?
people are speculating now too that they were just together for like a publicity stunt to like help grow their music, and then they just broke up when they blew up.
Josh, if that was true.
Damn, man, then I got it. I got the rough end of a stick.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I don't buy that. For that to be true,
that's diabolical.
And Nessa would have to be the greatest con artist of all time, because she is very much into the like mental health and depression, and like she caught a lot of shit from that, largely from us, but it was a big deal. Anytime you start dating like your boyfriend's best friend, that's not going to be like, a lot of people are going to be like, that's a dick move. So I don't believe that for a second.
I don't think they had like some master plan here or anything. No,
me neither.
It's just young love. They broke up.
Yeah, right. How long were they dating for? I always remind, as I saw it, it's like Nessa's super. I mean, how old is Nessa?
She's just like the same age as me.
Yeah, so I mean, young. I guess that happens. In the fast rock and roll world of TikTokers in LA and all of this shit, it just so happened. And this probably became like such a bigger deal because we were doing it with you, Josh. But this all happened like so quick to our introduction of like, I'm like, whoa, this fucking shit's nuts. But I guess there's more rumors. Landon Barker, Travis Barker's son, unfollowed Jaden and Josie Canseco, who is rumored to be Landon's girl. And now people are theorizing that Jaden may have cheated with Josie. Josie wiggles her way into every one of these stories.
All
like
of
kind
them.
of like a little, in and out of there. A little Tana-esque.
Yeah, and she hangs out with Tana, so maybe she's taking it from her book. But I think that could be a possibility.
You think so?
Yeah. Why would he unfollow both of them? Because they all do it so cryptically. Like, they know what they're doing when they unfollow people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's the unfollow in social media. That's pretty much everything.
It's a shot.
What's the winds blowing? Do you think if you had to gun to head, would you believe this rumor? I, by the way, have no idea who Landon Barker is. He sounds like he should be like a slot receiver for the Browns or something.
I think there's something going on because we reached out to him to say, do you
To
want
who?
Landon Barker.
Yeah.
And say, like, do you want to come on, set the record straight? And he said, I might be open to the idea. I'll let you guys know the next day or so. This was last night when this stuff broke. So the fact that he's answering, like, open to the idea, like, there is something to set the record straight on, makes me think there's something there.
Is he like, what does Landon Barker do?
I think it's music with his dad.
I think he does music. I think he does like rock music a little bit.
And isn't Barker connected to Jaden?
Well, that's why I think it's
They
a
work
big,
together,
a big
yeah.
deal. I think this is why it's all a big deal. He unfollowed him.
So there's got to be something there.
Would Josie answer? Josie may just answer. Like, did anyone ask her? Be like, yo, did you fuck Landon Barker? She may just answer that.
No, I think you got it. Reversed,
Jaden.
Yeah.
Josie, did you fuck Jaden?
Yeah.
Does Nessa follow Josie Canseco?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I'm
so, but
pretty
I
sure
don't think
Josie,
she ever did. So I don't
She
know.
never did.
So the unfollow isn't there.
Okay. So I think, bird's eye view,
What do you think?
Jaden has no morals, clearly. We know that. That's been proven. Yeah, I think he fucked Josie, who was dating Landon. That's the unfollow. I don't know how Nessa found out. But that doesn't necessarily mean it crosses over. Like, Jaden actually could have still hooked up with Josie after he and Nessa broke up, and that
Right,
would still
'cause we don't know
Landon
the
Barker would still
timelines.
be mad.
Yeah, we don't know the timestamps on this shit.
But then why would Nessa unfollow Jaden?
Yeah. Well, sometimes you just don't want to follow your ex and see them.
Fair
That's
point.
a good point too.
So
That's
she
a good
could just
point, too.
unfollow because she doesn't want to be reminded.
It's just like, oh, why do I want to see that in my face, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you publicly? I guess she said, "What is last month?" This is their joint statement, by the way. Hilarious joint statement. Last month we broke up to take time to focus on our careers and mental health. Please don't send hate or make assumptions. Like to heal privately and hope you all can respect that. We love you all so much. I mean, that does make it seem like there's no ill will if they're doing joint statements.
Yeah, because they made it. They both posted it. They had to
Right.
make it together. Do their little Nessa and Jaden at the end. You know what I mean?
How long did they date for? A year?
A year, I feel?
Yeah. When did we do the Miami podcast?
That was mid-April, so it was just, if that was a month ago, it would have been literally just a year.
1 year, they almost made it.
Sad.
Is it?
Young love. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sad. That was a sarcastic sad.
Yeah,
Whatever. It's over.
It's done.
On to the next.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this? Griffin, Keo, and Gruen all refollowed Jaden?
Yeah, how fucked up is this one?
I did see this.
How do you
I did
feel
get
about
sent
that,
this
Josh?
by a lot of people. I mean, I don't even really give a fuck, if I'm gonna be honest.
Wait a minute. Why would they refollow? Because they don't like that? That's like you hate Nessa.
Yeah, I didn't read into it. I didn't text.
Well, I'm
anyone
telling you.
about
Do
it,
they follow
but
Nessa?
I definitely not. No way.
So then they think she's toxic. Griffin, and by the way, Griffin's like my number one guy that I pretty much trust in this entire world. In TikTok
I love
world.
Griff.
I think he generally shoots straight. So what do they know that we don't know?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure I know everything that they know. So
Yeah,
Well-
so they just hate Nessa. They break up and they're like, oh, now that they're broken up, we can be best friends with Jaden again?
Even though we just hypothesized that Jaden was the culprit.
Yeah. And
How much do you know
Griffin-
that you're not telling us, Josh, as you scratch
I
your
mean,
chin?
I know-
Which is
I know,
one of
like-
the all-time psychological
gotta be
tells,
something.
by the way. Like, you go to any psychological thing, they're like, if a guy's doing this, he has info.
he's thinking.
Josh is just sitting there doing this.
but I always be doing that. I guess I always know something though too. No, yeah, I guess I know a lot, or I know some stuff about like this situation, just through the grapevine and whatnot. But
Hold on. I'm gonna try to get Griffin on the phone.
Okay.
I
Griffin's just gonna
think
say, I don't
have his
know.
number. Yep. Think he picks up?
I don't know. He called me yesterday, but we didn't talk about this at all when we were on the phone. He was just talking to me about coming to LA.
By the way, I saw pictures of Gruen. He looks great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's skinny.
Looks like he lost a lot of weight.
The second podcast in a row I've called and haven't got my call picked up. It's tough.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept.
Did he decline?
No.
Yeah, maybe.
Why? It just went to a mailbox full.
Yeah, but it was like not a lot of rings.
No, it was a ton of rings.
Okay.
Yeah, there were a lot of rings. We'll see if he calls back. All right. So I don't know. That whole thing, it's like, people just swapping partners, dance partners out there in LA.
Yeah, I guess we're used to it at this point. It's just LA.
Yeah. And New York.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't act like this is not
Going on anywhere else.
That's true.
specifically on this podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, we'll move on. I don't know if that's the end of it. Maybe one day we'll get her back on the podcast. Not sitting with Josh. I was a fan of hers when she came on. I didn't know that she
That'd
was
be a crazy podcast. Huh?
Yeah, I didn't know that
Yeah.
she was a lion in sheep's clothing. I didn't realize it.
Right. Yeah. No, we'd probably break YouTube again. Bro.
Me? What? Me?
Would you ever let her back on the pod, Josh?
I mean, like, maybe if we had to do it.
Like, I think she'd rather die than do that.
Yeah,
but
I think so too. I think there's like not a fucking chance in hell. So
listen, the girl who cheated on me, as far as I know, the only one, like 5 years ago, I could care less now. It's like, I it doesn't bother me at all. So if things happen, you move on. I want to fucking literally go crazy when it happened, but time heals all.
oh yeah, time heals all wounds.
Here we go.
Oh, it's here.
Griffin.
Yo.
So we're recording BFFs right now, and I'm just going, me, I go through the sheet, and we're talking about the breakup with Jaden and Nessa, and we're just going through it. Why? It says Griffin all refollowed Jaden, but not Nessa. Why?
Well, I refollowed Jaden because I saw that everyone's kind of amending their ties, and I'm like, fuck it, it's been forever. But Nessa, I was never friends with Nessa.
So it has nothing to do with like how the breakup went. It's just like you were friends with them before. Now that era of the Jaden Nessa thing's over, you're like, okay, I'll go refollow.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't fucking, like, obviously I fucking hate Jaden for what he did, but also he's like my best friend in the world forever. So I'm like, fuck it. It's kind of over now. It's like I'm not going to be homies. But Nessa, I mean, she did something shitty, and I just never gave a shit about her. So I'm like, why would I follow her anyways?
Got it. By the way, I gave you a big compliment. I said you're my number one I trust guy in the TikTok world.
Let's fucking go. I'm going to take that. I'm going to put that on my resume.
All right. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
All right, later.
Bye. I guess that makes sense. They
Yeah,
both did shitty things, but he was friends with him and not her. So
I was gonna say I didn't think it had anything to do specifically with the breakup because like Griff called me yesterday and never said nothing. So I was like, I don't think there's something that's going on that I don't know about. But
okay. Well, moving along. I mean, I'm sure all of you guys, a million people reaching out. But again, it would have been one thing if they broke up like 2 weeks after this all happened. But a year goes by, it's like you don't really fucking give a fuck.
Yeah.
Josh has a new girl on here every fucking day. So it's like, oh, poor Josh.
hey, we up now. We up now.
Mm-hmm.
How? By the way, update on the girl that you like have a crush on.
Oh,
It's on the sheet.
Yeah.
By the way,
we see
you
a
look
face now.
fucking. You looked like Urban Cowboy. Is that the gay cowboy movie? What's the gay cowboy?
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh yeah, Brokeback Mountain. That was Josh. That was Josh's vibe at Stagecoach.
yeah,
Big time.
You were going crazy out at Stagecoach. It's whatever.
All right, we'll get to it on the sheets. The Met Gala.
Sucked.
I don't even know what that means by sucked. What does that mean?
Like the
It's-
look
how does the
sucks.
Met Gala suck?
Because no one followed the theme. It wasn't as good as it was. Like it just wasn't good. Nobody liked anyone's outfits besides like Emma Chamberlain.
Is this like not the story like every year that everyone is just complaining about who goes to the Met Gala and what they wear at the Met Gala?
People weren't really complaining about
Met
who
Gala.
went this year. I think the influencers are finally accepted. Like nobody cared, but the outfits were they weren't on theme. They sucked. People are mad.
Did you see the video of Blake Lively?
Which one? Of her changing the gown?
Yeah, and the crowd, literally, it seemed like someone hit a game-winning shot at the buzzer. People were going bananas.
She's the #1 outfit that everyone's like, she's the only one that did it right.
Listen to the crowd here. All right, we get it.
Unbelievable.
So like awkward.
Bananas. I had my guy. It didn't fit right. Like mock up like the Jim Ross. By God, he broke like the soundtrack from wrestling on that. I will say, I always preface it. You won't get a faster yes out of me if somebody invited me to the Met Gala, and I would try to create the most outrageous thing in the history, like that picture of, I think it was Leto, but Leto and the weird fucking thing. It is the dumbest event in the history of events ever. Like rich people just sucking their own dicks and like clits about being rich and fucking famous, and they raise like $15 to $20 million for themselves, basically.
It's
for
so
an art
fucked
museum.
up.
That's what I thought it was, right? It's just kind of like to parade around themselves and be like, look at us.
It's
Now
for
give us
the
money.
it's for an art. It's for the Met. It's the museum. It's like a high fashion, but like the amount of money that could go to an actual real cause, and like people aren't going to raise money. They're going because it's the event, and it's just. It's almost surreal. I tweeted out, like, does anybody, like, what's his name was there with Kim? Pete Davidson. You have to think he appreciates how stupid it is.
Oh, 100%.
But he's there, but he's acting like he's, like, awesome when he's there.
I feel like now
I guess what else are you going to do?
Because he's with Kim. He's like,
He's kind of fallen
toy.
really into he's really fallen into that.
The clip
Kardashian.
with Emma Chamberlain was hilarious. With I have such a fucking mental block with this guy's name.
Jack Harlow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like very funny clip and I saw the comments. People like they thought she saw through it. I think she thought it was just cute that he said he loved her.
Yeah.
So that was a super funny. Harlow was actually at the Celtics game I went to. I'll give him credit. He's sneaky taller than I thought.
How did he look in person?
Well, he's tall. He's like 6'3".
Did you get it? Did you get what the girls see?
No, if he was just a normal dude, nobody would say shit.
Yeah.
One Boston fan like was taking a picture with me. He comes out like the same exit, like Jack Harlow. He's like, I'll take one with you. It was because Harlow didn't stop. He didn't have like the choice. But yeah, he's tall. I give credit to any of those people who are tall. He's like 6'3", 6'4", it seems like. So here's the Met Gala looks. His sucked. I didn't think his was any good.
I feel like it's kind of hard for a guy.
Yeah, I guess. Like, what do you wear?
Yeah.
I'm looking at them all. I mean, for a Met Gala, I think Joe Jonas looked pretty good.
Yeah, him and his wife looked great.
Yeah, he does look pretty sick.
Kendall looks fucking great.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds always looks good.
But he's just straight tux, no?
I think he had like
It was a little
I thought it was like
old school.
Like yeah,
You know-
yeah.
You know who is the best Met Gala guy look all time? And I'm not just saying this because I love him. Tom Brady. Blue tux. Look up Tom Brady Met Gala blue tux. Ladies, get ready to be dazzled. Guys, get ready to be dazzled.
Yeah, Tom Brady in that blue.
Yeah.
He looks he looks like Ken.
That's the perfect couple right there.
That's the most beautiful couple in the world.
And they're both at the peak of their powers in that photo. Jared Leto, I don't even know what we got going on here, but A+ for trying, I guess. Show Leto.
Yeah, I got to see that.
For this year?
Yes. It's on the sheet,
Yeah, it's on the sheet.
but show the picture.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was him.
That is something.
That is crazy.
We all know I love Vanessa Hutchinson.
oh
She
my
looked great.
God.
I told you.
Yeah, Vanessa Hudgens killed that. See, so when he goes in
He looks like he's Game of Thrones. I don't mean in Game of Thrones. He looks like the Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you do when you get in there? How do you talk to, like, you're going to kill someone if they get too close to you? How do you sit
Like,
down?
or like take a thread off of someone's dress. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just downhill from there. Like the thread's just going to keep getting pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled and pulled.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Scary looking.
Vanessa Hudgens, A+, always A+.
Kylie Jenner
She's-
wore a snapback.
I think
I saw that.
It was like Virgil's last look, but still, it doesn't look good.
So it's kind of like, you know, a little tribute. right?
Yeah. And Kim wore Marilyn Monroe's dress, and she had to lose
what'd you think of that?
16 pounds. She had to lose 16 pounds in 3 weeks to fit into it.
Now, for that, as like she said, if you don't work hard, you don't get it. I didn't love the look for her. People loved it. I didn't.
Yeah. It's kind of plain. Like, it's just cool because it's the dress.
Yeah. And she did her hair blonde. I don't know. It didn't, like, she's gorgeous, but something about it didn't work for me totally.
Yeah, she should have done some red lipstick. She's going to do Marilyn Monroe.
Wait, Dave, did you say that wasn't Jared Leto?
I thought someone said it was not.
Yeah, so Dev just texted me. Apparently, everyone just ran with it saying it was Jared Leto, and it just wasn't. It was just some Swedish dude.
What?
Yeah.
Like every news outlet called it Jared Leto, and then
But
like,
wait.
this morning they printed retraction being like, "Sorry, that wasn't him."
It looked like him, though.
That looks exactly like him.
That's hilarious. Did Jared Leto go?
This seems like the event Jared Leto lives for. Addison looked great.
Yeah, but that's like a prom dress. It doesn't look
I
like
don't
a
care.
Met
You're not
Gala
going to get me to bad. You're not going to get me to badmouth Addison.
I thought Avani's look was pretty good.
Hers was on point.
She's
yeah.
on the left there.
Yeah.
Avani's she's the one in the red.
I could see you getting an invite to this, Josh, with all the people here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe I have too much.
Maybe you think too highly of me.
Well,
Maybe you think too
stop
highly
doing
of me.
Brokeback Mountain at Stagecoach. Maybe they saw that outfit. They're like, cross him off next year's guest list.
What do you mean? I look fire. I look so good, dude.
No,
Every day.
Did you have ashless chaps on?
Strong
I wish.
Strong disagree.
I wish I did.
Okay, BFF brought to you by Raising Cane's. Right on this, it says personal endorsement not required. But I'm giving a personal endorsement because they are the best chicken fingers like I've ever had. I like it more than Chick-fil-A. I like it more than any other chicken finger I've had. So I'm giving a personal endorsement, even though it says not needed. A lot of times it should say not needed on fake stuff. This is the real deal. And I know they're coming to Miami. They're coming to New York. I don't know if that's in the ad, but it's fine. I had the first time at Final Four. They're spectacular chicken fingers. There's no other way to say it.
I was in the Cane's kitchen last week cooking up, and it's my favorite chicken in the world.
I would be pissed if I got a chicken finger that you cooked
Well,
up.
I went down to the first Raising Cane's ever in Louisiana. They were the best. They gave me all the chicken I wanted, and they gave me a little tour and let me cook it up.
Yeah, the bread, the fries, they're all awesome. Raising Cane's has one love, craveable chicken finger meals. Raising Cane's only use the highest ingredient qualities to serve our customers great tasting chicken finger meal. Raising Cane's chicken finger meals are cooked to order to ensure they're hot and fresh every time. I didn't even know that you could cook them to order. That's crazy for chicken fingers. They handed them to me. They're perfect. Their new Las Vegas strip is opening. Vegas, they got a spot on the Vegas strip. Wow. It's going to be the only 24-hour location. When does that open? I'm going to Vegas this weekend. I assume not yet. Can we research that? That place is going to be busy as fuck. I assume not by this weekend.
Probably not, but I might make a trip just to Vegas to get some Cane's.
That place is going to be a mob scene.
Yeah, it's going to be a zoo.
Yeah. Exclusive Raising Cane's Vegas retail apparel and merchandise that will only be available at that location. Order online at raisingcanes.com. We got to figure out when that is opening. I truly love Raising Cane's. I'd never had it. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, I would die for it.
Charli D'Amelio, new movie coming out. Just cast in a supernatural thriller, Homeschool. Good for her.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton's in this?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's intimidating. He's like a generational talent at acting.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird to see her try to act. I bet
One of
she'll
my
probably
favorite-
kill it.
One of my favorite quotes all time when they showed up at like the Oscars or something. He was dating Angelina Jolie in her prime, who can go literally toe to toe with any human in their prime, male, female, Angelina Jolie. And they're like, what did you do before the thing? He's like, we were fucking in the car.
Yeah, that's
Unbelievable.
insane.
Yeah. Zoe Laverne apologizes to Charli after Zoe Laverne had not nice things to say about Charli in the past of Charli passed her and followers, which has pit Charli, Zoe, and their fans against each other. Zoe recently DM'd Charli apologizing. Charli stood up for herself, saying Zoe is immature, told her they will never be friends, stop contacting her. Zoe said Charli's reply wasn't nice, made her cry. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
Zoe was
for real.
so
Like-
she was so mean to Charli for no reason, and Charli clapped back. Like this is
Good.
the first time
I saw that. I was
like,
oh,
let's go,
okay,
Charli.
okay. I like that shit.
Yeah.
She
What,
bossed up.
you get to be a dick and a fucking loser and just be like, sorry, just kidding. No fucking
Yeah,
way.
and then you make me
Yeah.
cry, so I cry. It's like you made me cry
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, fuck her.
Yeah, go Charli. That was awesome.
Olivia Wilde was served custody papers. I saw this while she was from Jason Sudeikis while presenting her new movie, Don't Worry, Darling. Olivia split from Jason while directing the movie, which stars Harry Styles. She's dating Harry Styles.
This is like wild because I don't know if you remember, but like during when she broke up with Jason Sudeikis or they like split, she was with Harry Styles like the next day or the next week. And he served the papers while she's like talking about the movie that's starring Harry Styles in it and she directs it. Like,
Isn't
kind
she
of
way
insane.
older than Harry Styles?
Yeah, she's 38 and he's 28.
Kind of a
You had that right
devious
off. You had
move.
that number right
Oh,
off.
I know every single thing about Harry Styles.
She's so hot. I think Olivia Wilde's gorgeous. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
100%.
It's kind of weird to think of like, because what's the soccer show that Sudeikis is on?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso, which is like one of the best shows going. He's such a likable guy. Like, by the way, I have been served papers, not for this before. And I knew they were trying to get me. So I was bobbing and weaving. I
Were
think
you
it was
running?
Yeah, because if they can't get you, they can't.
Yeah, they
take
can't
next
serve the
step.
papers if
Correct.
you're not
So
there.
she must have been ducking too. And they were like, this is the only time we can get her.
Right, and it's proof. So yeah, so I don't know why she'd be ducking though if she's dating Styles. But yeah, I think mine was for like illegal guess that ass pictures back in the day, like a paparazzi. Which is bullshit because we were doing that before the internet existed. It's like ambulance chasers. But I remember I was pulling out of my driveway. Someone just knocked on my window. I rolled it down. He dropped it on my lap. I was like, well played.
Oh, yeah, you got me.
That would kind of be a fun job to just have to go try to serve people.
We got Zack Bia spotted with Olivia Rordrigo. Zack Bia can do a streak. Yeah, I mean, Zack Bia just...
People are
I said
also weirded out with this one though, because he's a little bit older than her and she's like super young. Yeah, true. But
I
she's
got
like
tro-
freshly, like, isn't she like just turned 18?
Yeah.
Like she just turned 18.
How old's Zack?
I don't know how old he is. We'll get fact check.
I don't get. I said it to his face on the show. I was like, I don't get how you're getting all these girls. His friends loved it.
He's 25.
Yeah, he's 25.
So
and
it's.
she's
I mean, it's
18.
not. 18's young for sure. It's not that huge of a thing. I mean, I have a much better again, but it is. Although I will say, people generally think Silvana's like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, she's like
Silvana's
27.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, 27. I got in trouble for Silvana made. I think I've told you she made me do like a TikTok thing, and it's like you had to pick body parts of celebrities that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I said the face, and people like, of course you'd say. It's like I don't fucking know.
They just
I
look
knew
alike.
they-
It's not nothing to
The
do with
face,
age.
yeah.
It's a face.
It's just a face.
Tinx canceled over old tweets. Oh, I saw this
That
girl
shit
somewhere.
sucks, dude. Yeah, Tinx is like, she's all over the place, okay?
She's supposed to be on the show.
She was supposed to be on the show, but she didn't want to come on because of your allegations, and then she got canceled a couple.
She canceled
Weeks
on us
later.
because of that.
Ah, how the turns have tabled.
Yep.
This is people keeping information from me. First of all, I thought I saw Tinx on some like TV show. I don't know why. I was
You probably
watching.
did. She does like news stuff, and you
So
you
what-
mean like on a TV show, like
She was like a
acting?
guest. Yeah, she was a guest. What did she get canceled over for? What she did?
calling people fat. The tweets are it's like, I mean, her tweets are fat people at Coachella, LOL. Lindsay's wearing my dress on TV. She looks fat. Who is Tori Spelling? She seems really ugly and pathetic. And then she was like retweeting and liking. This one too. Kim Kardashian is so fat. I don't know what to do with myself. Hashtag oops. And then she's like Republican, liking Republican tweets, talking about
I don't know. That's a
COVID and
reason
shit.
Is that a reason to cancel somebody? Because
No,
No.
I don't think. Yeah, it's weird.
And
But
also
what
the
di-
fat ones. I don't know.
Yeah, why didn't she delete them?
I don't know. So someone dug them up from like 10 years ago.
But can't you delete? By the way, I should clarify. I don't necessarily fault somebody for canceling it in the heat. It's like you don't want to get caught in, and so I'll retry. I've gotten better on that. Like it's all bullshit, but I can get if you're scheduled to go on, you don't want to be caught in the middle of a swirling controversy. So I'll give her a pass. That's fine. Tinx has since apologized, saying she's a work in progress. She's embarrassed by the tweets and taking accountability for them. Okay.
I mean, what'd she say? These were 10 years ago? These were in 2012 she tweeted these, right?
Yeah, so she was like, but people are like, she was still
How old
21.
was she?
I don't know. I think like she was clearly just insecure, trying to, I don't know. She's like a rich girl that went to Stanford, though. Like, obviously, she was going to be a bitch.
And obviously, honestly, like
She was like really nice. She came over to my house once. Like,
Yeah, you
filmed
did a video with her.
Yeah, she was like super nice.
You're a different person from 10 years ago, I would think.
Yeah, I would think so too, probably.
you would think so. Just let me know when Chloe is here.
Yep.
Tayler Holder, exclusive knows. Tayler Holder gives an open letter to E talking about the scandal again and without ever referencing what happened. I don't fucking know. I mean, nobody knows anything. Who fucking knows? I mean, I have nothing to say on that. It's tough to think he's totally innocent by how cryptic he was, but at the same time, like, I don't know. He thought something was going to happen and it didn't happen. And why'd he come on the show? Who fucking knows? Mr. Beast, who we've asked to come on the show. Mr. Beast hosted a challenge where he offered a man 10K a day to stay in his room. The man lasted 20 days, got 340 grand. Everything Mr. Beast does is the biggest thing in the history of the world.
Imagine literally getting someone to lock themselves in a room for 20 days.
Could you guys do anything like that?
20 days?
No,
In one
it's
room?
it's all relative. Like if I was a broke ass bitch, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. For 340K?
How much a day? 10K a day. What about $1 million a day?
Well,
Yeah.
I'd do that right
give
now.
that a shot. Yeah.
I'd do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. BFFs, Josh, fuck, marry, kill, making waves. Ellie Zeiler, after Josh FMK where he killed Ellie deleted all the TikToks she had posted with Josh.
No.
Yeah.
No,
didn't
because
like that.
she like
Yep.
Snapchatted me that day and was like, I heard you had to kill me and the fuck Mary Kill. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Is that
And
how
then,
she
like,
talks?
We were like,
Hey, do you want to count me?
well, no, I was just doing a girl voice. I was just doing a girl voice. But I thought it seemed like we were like joking about it after, like Snapchat. Haha. Oh, I had to kill you.
So she must have thought there was really something there with you guys because you probably let her on, and then she was like, "No way, he's gonna kill me," and then you killed her, and then she's like, "Fuck this kid, I don't want to be associated with him." Delete, delete, delete.
Nope. I'm not a bad guy. I would never have done that.
Didn't say you're a bad
Interesting.
guy. Just think that's probably what
She
happened.
is. She did like some comments though, apparently too, that were like, "You up?" ? Like she was like mocking me or something.
Yeah, that seems to be it. Mocking it. She may be over.
well,
Fair,
hey,
you did
Ellie,
kill her, so
I'm sorry, Ellie.
But
it's my bad.
Ellie, again, as I've said, from just meeting her here, seems like a smart, intelligent, doesn't want a fuck boy, which you are.
Yeah.
So I get it.
I think, it just would be better as friends,
yeah.
Maybe down the road when
you
Josh
mature.
has sown his royal oats and isn't wearing Brokeback Mountain costumes to Stagecoach. Mads Lewis, though, is still in it. She did her own MFK where she married you. She killed Griffin, married Josh, fucked Bryce. Would you rather be the fuck or the marry, though? I think as a guy, I'd rather get fucked.
Maybe. Well, you got to
Fucked
think
means you're hotter.
Oh, whoa. No, it doesn't, because it's me versus Bryce here. Let's be for real.
He's right.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's a non-comparison.
Yeah, like, come on. But
That's
'Cause
one
when
of the
you're
funniest
married, you're
stories,
getting-
by the way, that when I first met these guys, I walked in and I looked at them all and I'm like, Bryce is like, what are you doing here, buddy? Now he's got like charisma and stuff and
Oh,
girls
yeah,
love
for
him,
sure.
but like like I got some of them. Like Josh, it's like, all right, yeah, Josh is like a classically good-looking, modelly like boy band guy. So
Rock on.
Josh and his newest girl. All right, this is her.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
me.
So this is the girl that you were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
So you really
So-
like Mia.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She is pretty cool. And it's like kind of sick because it's like I'm like sitting over here like watching the Memphis versus Golden State game. And then she's like dropping like stats on the sideline because she's like a D1 basketball player at Berkeley. And it's just kind of like, oh shit.
Really?
that's kinda-
What's it like
yeah.
a point guard?
Yeah.
She must be
Yes.
because she's not overly
she's,
tall.
No, definitely a point guard. And she can kind of shoot. I mean, I beat her in a game, but yeah, she can
Doubt
shoot.
it if that. But speaking of sports, I see you wearing your Leafs jersey. I'm just going to tell you.
How's it feel that first game, huh? What was
That's
it? What was it? What was
Five,
it, Dave?
5-0. I'm going to just tell you, and I was in Toronto. I loved it. I love the city. I'd never been. I thought it was a super cool city. Reminded me of Boston. Barstool, by the way, fucking huge in Toronto.
Huge.
You guys are going to lose the series. The cockiness of a franchise that hasn't won a series in like 3 decades playing, aren't the Lightning back-to-back like defending champs?
Yeah, but it don't matter, dude.
Okay, we'll see. They just didn't show up. I saw the Spit and Chicklets guys. Like I saw Whitney tweet out a minute into the game. I've never seen Tampa so disinterested and so slow. That will not happen the rest of the series. I like Toronto. I'm rooting for you guys, but
We're gonna
wow,
sweep them. We're
the
gonna
cockiness.
sweep them. Nothing.
Bree's friend group back together. That's good, Bree.
Oh yeah, back together. All is well. The world is healing.
So
Yeah.
are you
It
still
really
seeing
is, eh?
Are you still seeing that guy or is that done?
Yep, still seeing that guy.
Okay, great. Glad to hear
So
it.
what did they just like fight it out? Did they just brawl it out one night? Just like full blown, let's just, like
Well, no, more
see
is
what
like
happens
everyone
and
in the friend group besides that one kid is back.
Oh, so not at all then.
So not at all fixed. You just
Got it.
outcasted the kid you got a nick over and now he just
Yeah.
has a shit life.
No, he
no
has.
friends.
He's fine. He's
No
good.
friends. You know what? I'm
He has plenty of friends,
that
other
guy.
friends.
feel for that guy.
Videos to react to.
Hey, don't worry, Ick. It all comes full circle,
Don't
man.
call
Don't
him
worry, Ick. Don't worry, man. It goes full circle. Trust me. Just takes a while. It takes.
That's
Yo,
gonna
what's
be my
this girl's
favorite
name?
video ever.
What is this girl's name? What is this girl's name? Can someone tell me what it is?
How old are you during that?
Like, gotta be like 12.
You
Like
look
12
like
years old, like
7.
13. Yeah, no, I was a
Hilarious.
young looking kid. But what's her name?
You
What's
were
her
so
name?
overprotective.
What's her name? I just need her name. Someone tell me what her
I
TikTok
don't know
is.
if we can look at the TikTok.
Well,
I mean, it's got to be somewhere. That's a hilarious video. Very funny.
you said who's
I'm
that?
trying to think. It's like this a girl. She must have been at like my high school or middle school or something.
I
don't
wonder
know.
why
don't
she did
remember.
weird wearing the mask when you're making TikTok. But
That's
still
what I'm
very funny.
saying, right? Because like if you didn't have the mask on, I could have maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like she's
remembered
in
that.
school.
Maybe
making
Sam.
it.
Was her name Sam? I don't know.
We'll get to the bottom
All
of it.
All right. Game Time. The exclusive ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, Game Time is a new ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows. They guarantee the lowest price. You can get last-minute tickets. You want them. It's possible with the Game Time app, especially important playoff season because tickets are hard to get. The biggest last-minute price drops can be found on the seats you thought you could never buy. True story. In Toronto, the Score had a suite, but they also had these like front row score box seats right along the baselines. I'm like, oh, those are sick. I want to go sit in them. I went down, 2 bros sitting next to me. I started talking. I'm like, how'd you guys even get these tickets? I didn't think you could buy them. They literally, I wish I had recorded. Like we use Game Time app. We saw it. They paid, I think, $200 for those, which is ridiculously cheap for those seats. The seat actually was like full cushion, your own TV, front row. So Shame on me. I almost like, can you repeat that? But I felt weird asking the kid to do it because it was such a great ad. Download the Game Time app, go to the account tab to create a login, redeem code BFF for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Celtics, Bruins, playoffs, all over the place. So thanks for the support, Game Time. All right. Chloe Cherry, welcome to BFFs. What a life you've lived. 24. I feel like you've probably lived like 17 lives already.
Done it all.
It feels like it.
Yeah. Now, how did we get you to come on here? Are you promoting anything? Or are you like, we just asked and you were like, yeah, I'll come on?
Yeah, you guys asked, and I was like, yeah, that podcast, I've listened to it before. They're pretty funny.
Oh, you've listened to us
Yeah, I
before.
checked it out.
I
love podcasts. I'm a big podcast consumer.
What are your like go-to podcasts?
I like anything funny or anything that's like informational. I love like anything that's like about science or psychology or just culture and stuff like that. I really like this one called You're Wrong About is probably my favorite.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you came in. What you just described doesn't sound like us at all, but I mean, I'm glad you somehow heard ours. So I'll start with a pressing question. Josh, you said you were going to do research on her before she came. You're like the porn background. Did you?
I actually didn't. I didn't do any research on that. And
would you tell the truth?
I would tell the truth. Yeah, I would tell the truth if I had like, went and like done my research and watched some of the adult films. Yeah.
Okay, so you were in porn, and then now you got involved in. Oh, I just saw this. You listed Asa as one of your favorite porn stars.
I think she's one of everybody's favorite porn stars.
She worked for us. Like I hired her, not to do like. I couldn't hear that for whatever reason.
The mic's she's kind of lean. Oh, if you can lean in sometimes,
yeah. She actually had a podcast and like a radio show with us. It had nothing to do with porn. I just thought she was like a pretty interesting person.
She's actually really funny.
Yeah, she was. So I saw that. I got distracted. So tell me, I don't feel like there's a ton of porn stars who are able to make the transition that you did, which is from porn to mainstream. So how did that come about? How'd you get cast for Euphoria is like the biggest show there is.
Totally, yeah. It was really, really interesting how it happened. I was actually just on Instagram. Like, I really like Instagram. I like to use it. And I was just on there, like, making stories and just doing whatever I like to do. And then the director, Sam Levinson, like, I guess found my profile somehow and then reached out and was like, hey, I kind of want you to audition. Like, I like your look. I like your vibe. So he gave me an audition.
Had you been trying to land roles or do a crossover, or was it like out of the blue?
It was completely out of the blue.
So had you ever even thought of acting or anything before that?
I honestly hadn't really thought of acting outside of like adult film because I didn't really I honestly didn't think that my skills at the time, I didn't really know that I had skills beyond like just acting in an adult film, which definitely like does have acting as we've all seen, but it's like famously like not the best acting. It's just kind of funny. Right. And, but I was like good at that. And I just didn't really know that I would be able to actually seriously really act until I tried it.
Now, during peak COVID, you were doing OnlyFans. Was that like wildly lucrative? Are you still doing it?
No, I'm not still doing it. At the time, it was really easy for how much money it made. Like, it was actually a perfect model for selling adult content. Even though it wasn't created for that, it ended up being like the perfect model for selling adult content because of no one pays for it normally.
Yeah, I always wondered whether like existing porn stars resented OnlyFans because there were girls who weren't like doing porn but were making a shit ton, and they didn't like what you said. It was a better way to monetize it for girls. So I feel like it would probably sort of destroy the traditional porn model. No,
it kind of did. Like, a lot of people in the business would be like, the directors would be like, no one wants to come shoot for me anymore because everyone's just making money on OnlyFans. And people would say things like that. I don't really know how true it was, but I think it was really good for the performer, like the individual performers, to have OnlyFans. It was actually really, really, really changed life for so many of us because of during the pandemic. Because what happened was I got cast on Euphoria and then the pandemic hit, and you can imagine like how trippy that was to like get cast on like a huge show and then a worldwide pandemic comes out of nowhere. I'm just like, what is going on with my life? Like, what is happening? So I wasn't really sure what was going to happen with the show at first. So I just was like, all right, at least, you know, there's this is right in front of me is like to do OnlyFans. And it was kind of fun actually to have your job just be like running a little website that you just make videos for.
Were you doing OnlyFans when you were on set for Euphoria, or
not like actually while I was on set, but like part of while we were filming it? Yeah, I was still doing it a little bit.
do like cast members and everything, are they just all like, are they super cool with that stuff? Have you ever had a situation where?
I mean, I think that they just think that it's like my former job. I don't think that they like think much of it other than like a lot of them were like, oh, I've never met a porn star. Like it wasn't really that much of a reaction.
What do they like? If you want, weirdly, the fact that you're now like huge on Euphoria and part of that show seems like you can make, I don't know, whatever you're making on OnlyFans before, like put whatever number X, 5X, 7, whatever. Are you allowed to still do it if you wanted, or is that like an image thing? Because it seems like you could make bank.
Do whatever I want. I could just, you know, do anything, but I don't want to, honestly. Like, I really like just exploring other facets of life, really, and like seeing what other skills I have. That was an experience doing OnlyFans and being an adult performer. It was definitely an experience, but I think I have completely moved on from it. I no longer am tapped into that headspace that I was in at that time.
But there's no like looking back, or at least I'm judging by the way you're talking about, like no regret or anything, kind of like whatever, like this is just the path my life has taken, right?
Yeah, it's basically just something that I don't know if anybody gets into the adult entertainment business and plans on doing it for that long. Is the reality of it. No one plans on doing it as like a 25-year career. Like really nobody goes into it that way. So going into it, I knew I was gonna be done by this point. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I never like thought of it as like a lifelong career.
How did you get started? Like, how do you do your first porn?
That's actually a really interesting question that is strangely no one fucking knows. It's like this weird like thing that just no one knows how you get into the porn industry. And at the time I was really interested in getting into the porn industry, but I didn't know either. But I ended up seeing this documentary that was on Netflix that was it was about like the amateur porn industry. And I'm pretty sure the documentary was actually supposed to be kind of like a sad tale of like, oh my God, look how fucked up this is, that like real people are in porn. And I don't know what their commentary was, but it was something like that. But in it, they show that porn, it's not this way anymore, but at the time, they would post ads on like sites like Craigslist, or like there's this website called Sexy Jobs, and like they would post ads out there to like basically ads on like adult work sites, where it's the same places where like a strip club would want to put out their ad and stuff like that, because it's, you know, they're like real jobs that like, you know, you have to advertise that they're available somewhere. And yeah, that's where I was like, okay, so that's where like, because what you need to do is be in touch with like an agency, or like at least like a real porn company, and they post their ads on there. And I was able to find like an agency that like knew all the companies in porn.
Okay, so you just went through the agency.
Yeah, because the agency like knows all the companies that were in, you know, all in Miami. They knew.
I feel like Craigslist could get a little sketchy.
Yeah, it could, but you just have to like talk to people over the phone. I just remember like doing like so many different phone calls and being like, okay, this is like who I'm looking for. It's like a porn agency.
So you get cast for Euphoria, and I know you said the pandemic hit. You're like, oh my God, I got cast for this biggest show. But I don't there's no way you could have known how big Euphoria is going to become. I mean, it's basically like the most talked about show. So what's that like? I mean, how has your life changed from, your prior to now being on one of the biggest shows?
It changed so much. Like literally the night of January 9th, 2022, when it came out, like that, the next day, like my life was never the same again. Like I have not had the same life since then. Like things just feel like so different. And it's really just being in the public eye has really changed things.
All good?
Yeah, it's been really, really good. It's been a little overwhelming at times. Like sometimes I'm like blown away at how many people will recognize me. And I had no idea that was going to happen from doing this. I had no idea. Because even when I was a porn star, people would occasionally recognize me out in public, but it was like very occasional. And they were always just kind of like, oh, hey, are you? It was very like, wouldn't really take me off guard. But now it's like people will like freak out when they see me. And it's like, I totally didn't expect that reaction.
Have you ever had like a crazy or a wild fan experience yet?
Yeah, okay. There's been a couple times where like I've been out somewhere and like it's totally quiet and then one person notices me and then suddenly like 10 people come over and it's like a whole thing and I'm like, whoa, I didn't know all you guys were
taking a little meet and greet.
Yeah, and like sometimes that stuff will happen and it's like sometimes it gets a little overwhelming. The only thing is I just don't want to be like come off as like rude or anything, I'm always but it's sometimes I just get taken off guard and I'm just like, oh hey, like I don't know, it's sometimes it makes me nervous because I don't want to like come off as like rude or anything like that, but like I'm taking
kind of show ungratefulness somehow. You're like, I want to take photos with everyone type of thing.
Totally, yeah. And like I feel like I don't know, I just don't want to be like, oh, I'm just too busy or something,
Yeah.
Brie, you're our resident biggest Euphoria fan. Do you have any questions about the show or anything for her specifically that you're dying to know?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so, I'm sure you've seen like all the memes about Fez, who Angus Cloud plays on Euphoria, how when he does red carpet and he talks to interviewers, it seems like he's literally Fez from the show. And people are like, is he even acting? Is he even acting? Or is he just literally Angus Cloud, but Fez on Euphoria?
Honestly, that he is more or less Angus Cloud on Euphoria, but Angus Cloud is dope. Like you'll never meet anybody like that.
This is a question I don't know as much as so, but it's all like young, beautiful people talking about sex, nudity. Are you guys just always like fucking off stage? Are there like hookups off stage?
Oh man, I wish, but no, sadly we just tell jokes off stage to each other.
I don't know if I'm calling like bullshit on that.
Right. It almost seemed like there was like some hesitancy there, but I couldn't tell for sure.
It's like it's very different, but like the cast of Dancing with the Stars just always fuck because they are dancing and grinding and practicing. It's like you do that weeks. If you're on a show and everyone's good looking, I'm gonna say she's kind of. There's been no hookups on the show? None? You're saying that? Zero?
Oh, there hasn't been none, but it's not like we just like constantly do that every day.
It's not like an orgy fest?
No, not at
okay.
all.
All right.
Also, there's like a juicy question. I saw it all over Twitter, and this was back when the premiere came out for the second season because Barbie Friera didn't go to the premiere, and people were saying that she didn't get along with the director and that a lot of her scenes were cut. Do you know anything about that?
I honestly don't know anything about that. I didn't know that was a thing until the show came out. I was like, damn, I didn't hear anything about that. I didn't get any vibe. Like, I didn't pick up a vibe, so
we were trying to get something out of you there.
I was.
Damn. Close,
I have
Brianna,
no idea.
close.
People ask me that one all the time, and I have no idea. Like, I didn't sense anything on set at all. Like, I didn't see anything going on. And then, I hear so much about it, but like, I have no idea.
There were also rumors or tweets and stuff about that you were upset and you came out to defend the director, but that he like kind of forced you to be naked in scenes where you didn't need to be. But you completely debunked that, right?
Yeah, no, there wasn't anything like that. No, I think that it was all like really appropriate nudity that he used. I clearly, as a pornographer, believe that nudity is cool and awesome and great. So yeah, I didn't see any issues with it. I thought it was like totally appropriate, and I think that nudity is cool, personally.
Cheers to nudity.
Yeah, I don't. Your lips are inspired by Bratz dolls. That's what you said. You saw a Bratz doll. You're like, I want my lips like that.
Not necessarily just seeing a Bratz doll. Well, no, I mean, really, the reason I got my lips done is because I would just look at myself every day and I would go, God, I would look so good with some big lips. And, but I think Bratz dolls and that kind of look was probably what like originally inspired me to maybe want to have this kind of look in a way. But the thing that the Bratz dolls actually inspired me to do was name myself Chloe. That was the thing, the Bratz dolls, because when I was a kid, there was a Bratz dolls show, and there was one blonde one, and her name was Chloe.
Was
and I was like, oh yes, and I was like, oh my God, I want to be her so badly. So that's why my name is Chloe.
How many, because people always freak out. Your lips, I think, like kind of almost got you casted because they're so big and they're like out of the world. How many syringes?
Is that an
do you
insult?
have?
Did you just,
No.
for the record, did you just insult her?
No, that's her thing. That's your thing. You're known for your lips.
Yeah,
But-
definitely people know.
Okay, I'm
about
just
them.
making sure. We're trying to be a friendly show. It's like, well, they
No,
cast
I'm
you
the
because
biggest
they're like-
fan. I'm the only Euphoria
I'm just-
fan here.
I'm just making sure that we didn't insult the guest. That's
Hey,
all.
have you ever gotten
no.
like lip filler, Brie?
Yeah, I have. That's why I was like, I wonder how
every
many,
girl,
it.
every girl does.
how
that.
many
think
I have to
everyone
get
should
to
do
get
it.
those luscious lips.
Too many. My lip injector people, they're like, can you stop coming here, please?
They're like, we see you more than we see our own family. Like,
yeah,
what's
no,
going on?
it's they tell me, they're like, get away, like but I've literally had my lips done like 15 times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, now you
is
can't
it?
picture it without it.
What's a normal? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what to compare that
Well,
to.
normally you're supposed to. So I'm 24, and I could have started getting my lips done at 18. So, and technically, you're supposed to do it every 6 months. So, like, technically, I should only have a maximum of having my lips done like 12 times, but I've done them way more than that. And,
Got it.
crazy.
Okay.
You
Do you
got
have to re-up every 6 months?
If you want them to still look the same, because it's not permanent.
Yeah, it
I
goes
don't know
away.
if you can get permanent big lips. I don't know if that's a thing.
So does that like over time?
So
Does
like
it,
technically, if I stopped getting my lips done from now on, they would eventually just go away, and eventually they would be just completely natural. Like it's not a permanent procedure.
Yeah, you could also
like
get it
get-
dissolved. So
Yes, yeah. It's not like a permanent thing. So that's why like when people were like freaking out, like, oh my God, our lips look so bad. I was like, you know what? Whatever. It's not like it's like a permanent thing. you know?
yeah,
Wait,
it's kind
people
of
said
like
they look
makeup.
bad?
Yeah. When the show first came out, I cried so much because of the shit that people were saying about my lips and like the way that people were making fun of my lips. Like it was so bad to have that many people just saying that you look disgusting, like using the word disgusting, like for your looks, and like just so horrible. It was really, 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 really intense to have people like say that you look that terrible and then make all these pictures of like comparing you from before you got your lips done and being like, wow, she looks so much better than, which I will never understand why, if any person gets any little plastic surgery done, there will always be people out there saying you looked better before, I don't know why, but then if you don't have anything done, there's always people saying you need this, it's like,
well, you're
People are
talking
never
about
happy,
like
yeah.
you're talking about public spotlight. Like there's just
Yeah.
haters everywhere. There's nobody in
Yeah.
the world who's in the public eye who doesn't have like haters chirping.
But
Is that
everyone
first-
also switched up on you, I feel.
I was gonna say, doesn't everyone love it now though?
yeah, I guess, I hope so.
Now you're like this fashion icon with the lips.
Yeah.
Everyone wants them, but it's the same people that were shitting on you in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the same people. Those are Twitter people mostly.
Yeah, Twitter's
Dude,
a dark
Twitter
spot.
is
Yeah.
rancid.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
a
got-
weird on
scary
you got-
place.
a ton of praise for your Coachella looks. Like very,
Yes,
and I
thank
don't
you.
even know how
I
to
really
describe
liked
them.
it.
The sex
Hey,
appeal
Dave
sucks.
Yep, we said that shirt. We were like, that's a funny shirt.
It's a good shirt for Coachella.
I love that shirt.
And I gotta ask, since you got praise, I've been bust. Josh went to Stagecoach, and I'm not gonna say what. Can we pull up Josh's Stagecoach outfit?
Yo, guys,
and let Chloe decide what she
if
thinks
anything,
about it.
we gotta blame it on my stylist here. Come on, how's this my fault?
Well, you wore it.
My stylist
I'm
is the
putting people's
shit. He
hands.
sent me the craziest shit for Coachella.
Oh my god,
Dude, I think that kind of looks like
Oh,
cool.
I
Cowboy
love that. That's a little cowboy action. I like it.
Thanks.
I
what's
love
up, Dave?
cowboys.
it's Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh well,
So,
there you go.
there
And
we
again,
go.
there's nothing wrong with it. He just looks
Yeah.
like a gay cowboy. That's fine.
Yeah, I like it a lot actually. Stagecoach. That's it's interesting to me whenever people say that that's like what they're into. I'm like, really? Like you are that into country music?
I
Well,
love
you don't
country.
It's like surprise. Oh, it's interesting to me.
You just don't like
learning.
country music?
I feel like I'm a real
am
loser
not
the way you're
a
saying
huge
that.
Yeah, I
fan,
know.
but
She's
it
making me
just
feel like I'm
surprised-
upon like a group of scum or something.
like a
It's really
square, like,
interesting to
It's
me.
just
like,
a
you're
different
bored.
breed of people.
No, it is. It's just a niche that I don't know people are always a part of. Like this girl that I love to follow, she was at Stagecoach, and I was like, huh, like this is just an interesting factoid about people. Because it's kind of like being into like rap and hip hop. Like not everybody's into it. It's just a interesting thing.
I
about
feel
a
like
person,
the
I
people
feel
at
like.
Stagecoach are so much like it's just such a better vibe than Coachella though.
I honestly, it seems like it because of the fact that everyone's actually into that kind of music.
It's not like a show off. Let me show off my
Exactly.
shit.
Like
Yeah,
in
get a social media
Coachella,
picture.
like the music is so different and like there's just so many different kinds of people. But I feel like Stagecoach, it's like, no, we actually all really like this music and we all like this vibe. Like it's like just being a part of a certain kind of culture, you know, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I still feel like you really think if we like country music that we're squares and losers, but
Yeah.
I
Like
love
Hicks or
country
something.
music.
Honestly, like I'm from Pennsylvania. I have like it's a weird thing with country music. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't take offense to it. I'll stand by it. All right, we got some games for you that we created. Fuck, Marry, Kill is the first one, so we'll give you the bunch and then we'll go through it. You have it, Bree?
Yep.
You know
fuck,
this
marry,
game,
kill.
right?
yeah. It's,
Okay, I was gonna say this is kind of like
This
our
is our
iconic
token.
game,
This is like our token game. Yeah, we should make like a card game of this or something.
Be a good card game.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just go out of date so quickly.
Right? You
Yeah.
got to keep up in who the people are, I guess. Yeah.
Maybe we can make one for phone and app.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
it's a good idea. Yeah,
Good idea. Yeah. Little party. Game.
like updates it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First one: Angus Cloud, Jacob Elordi, and Eric Daniel.
They're really setting you up with this
Eric
one.
Dane.
Oh, Eric Dane. Sorry.
Fuck. I can't decide. Man, I can't decide. I love Eric Dane. He's really interesting. I feel like I would marry Eric Dane. And I have to kill one of them.
You're killing Angus. I mean, I'm looking at it.
Really? I don't know.
What are you talking about? This guy Jacob, everyone. I've heard girls be like he's the hottest guy alive.
Yeah, well, he is. Yeah.
So then, what are we
He's
talking
good
about?
looking.
But
dude.
Angus is the coolest guy alive.
Yeah.
But
so
Angus
it's like
is
cool,
like
hot. What
so funny, and that is like so great to me. I guess I would fuck Angus and then kill
Wow.
Jacob.
How tall is Angus?
Angus is like my height.
Oh,
About,
isn't Jacob
like-
6'6" or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jacob is really tall.
I think what we're having is someone who's had a ton of sex in the porn life and like isn't. No other girl in the world would make these choices. I don't think.
This is just what I like. Like I like Eric Dane is like an interesting guy, and I love an interesting guy. And Angus is a funny guy. I love a funny guy. And Jacob is just so classically handsome, and sometimes that just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
feel the same
little,
way.
you know,
I think I would marry Angus, fuck Eric Dane, and then kill Jacob.
Yeah, just because Jacob is so classically handsome, you know what I mean? Like everybody thinks
He's almost like too
handsome.
hot. Like if you're looking
Yes,
at him,
yes,
you're
he's
like,
like-
I kind of feel
yeah.
uncomfortable.
Too hot.
Yeah.
Okay. So
That's
this is-
crazy.
Girls will get it.
Yeah.
Well, you're the one who said Leonardo DiCaprio. Like,
No, whatever. Okay, next one: Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney,
Oh my god.
and Alexis Demi. Alexa Demi.
I would definitely marry Zendaya. She's an incredible person. Like, I just love her so much. I can't decide. Man, Alexa and Sydney, they're both so hot.
Yeah.
Insane. Yep. I really can't decide between them. They're both so hot. Just like hot.
So who would you want to kill more then?
I don't know.
This is a tough one.
We'll put your brain through it.
I can't even decide. I just literally could. That's like such an impossible decision.
Someone's gonna die, or they all die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to kill them all?
No. I'd rather
happen.
just fuck everybody. That's what I would want.
Yeah, I would break this game and marry and fuck Zendaya. She's like the best. But you
Oh
can't
my
do
gosh,
that.
she is. She's amazing.
So marry Zendaya, fuck Sydney, kill Ellie. I don't know who Alexa is. So, but you gotta kill one of them.
I just can't decide. There's like nothing like
You like brunettes more?
Yeah, that's what I was
like,
going to say.
I don't know.
blondes?
I really can't decide. Because they're both like so like the perfect, the most ideal version of a blonde and brunette. Like just like the hottest they could be. So, oh my God, it's so hard. They're like, both are so hot. Like, I don't know.
Neither of them will take offense because you've talked them both up to the point where it's
Yeah, like you've
almost the
said
first
so many
stalemate.
nice things. Yeah.
People have literally asked me this before, like, are you team Maddie or team Cassie? I feel like I'm team. I guess I would fuck Alexa just because her character is like so strong, and like that character I would love to like meet in real life, like, and to see like how she would want to like how mean she would be to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It would be so crazy.
You want
to
a
me.
little like toxic
And
love or
like
something?
I guess
Fair
like
enough.
Cassie's character, I feel like would I just know she would be nice, and I would be more interested in seeing what Maddie's character would say to me.
That makes sense.
All right.
We get it. Next.
Okay.
Yeah. So Asa, Accra, Lana Rhodes, Riley Reid.
Oh, I have fucked Riley Reid.
Okay.
So I guess I would have to kill her and fuck Lana and marry Asa. Asa is really funny. That was one of the things that I will never forget about her, is she is really funny.
Her dress, by the way, is hilarious in this
is that a
picture.
picture
Oh
of her
yes,
face?
yeah, it's her. It's like a collage that I remember when she made that dress. This actually really cool designer in New York did it. It was just a collage of like her face made into a fabric. It was so cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan. But I know both Asa and Lana. I like both of them. Never met Riley.
Oh yeah, Riley's also really cool. They're all really good people.
Legends
They're all
of the
really
game.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's fuck, marry, kill.
That's it. That's all we got. We appreciate
game.
you. It's
Get it
quite
outta
the
here.
story, Chloe. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you coming on.
Thank you for
and-
having me.
Yeah,
thank
what a
you,
life.
thank you.
And
Will
still
you be
so
in season
young.
3 of Euphoria?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I hope that
yeah.
you guys will watch season 3
I've been
and
telling
love
these
it.
two to watch the first 2 seasons.
You guys haven't seen the first 2 seasons?
I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes now of the first season, but
I always wonder like what it is that makes people like not watch it. The only thing is sometimes I do understand when people are like, no, it's triggering for me. I'm like, okay, I get it.
I don't think it's a triggering thing. I think I'm so into anime right now that it's like I'm
What
not watching-
anime?
Right now I'm watching One Piece.
You know, earlier
like-
you mentioned Cowboy Bebop. That's actually the name Faye was inspired by that.
Oh
Faye.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always thought that was cool.
You're into anime, huh?
Like a little bit into anime, more hentai.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
The world has passed me by. No, that's like I went to an anime convention once dressed as a hot dog, but that's about the most I've done. All right, well, that's crazy. So, yes, in Euphoria, I feel like what happens with me is if I'm late to a show, I wait for it to end and then I binge it all at once.
I do that too. I love doing that.
That's
I love
fair.
doing that.
Yeah, so like I'm so far, but I will catch. Everyone talks about it, so it's like I do feel out of the loop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate coming on. Obviously, the more
Yes.
you're on it, your star will just continue to rise. So congrats on all the success.
Thank you so much. This is great to be here. This is fun.
All right,
yeah.
see you guys later.
Yep.
Yep.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.